Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Principal's Office. I'm Phil Crisostomo, principal at Assunpink Center.
And I'm Jared Warren, the principal of the Sypek Center. And it's really great to see everyone here today. And thank you for tuning in and joining us for these 5 to 10 minutes of our monthly podcast. So, Dr. C, what is going on right now at the Assunpink Center? It looks like we recently had some Spirit Week action.
We had our Spirit Week leading up to Halloween, and I'm not used to seeing high school students dress up, but I have to say they did it well. A lot of great costumes out there, but we had a fun Spirit Week, and we finished our Spirit Week off with our Fall Fest. So we had all of our shared time and our HSA students outside. Beautiful weather, by the way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've not seen weather like this in a long time at the end of October, beginning of November, but we had a beautiful day out for Fall Fest.
Yeah, you can't beat 70 and 80 degrees in late October and early November, but now it's raining out and it's dreary and it's cold, so we're officially here in the late fall weather of New Jersey. But
possibly snowing today, I hear.
Yep, yeah, in Northwest Jersey, but maybe around here as well. So we're all prepared for that.
Not enough for a snow day, though.
No, not yet. But we're doing the same over at the Sypek Center. We had a Spirit Week during the week of Halloween, and we capped it off with a nice costume contest in our atrium and festivities during advisory and lunch period. And we had the first annual Boo Crew sighting on the Sypek campus, which was including myself in the main office. So everyone's getting into it, the spirit and the the fun that Halloween brings every year for all of us. But I hear that you have some new staff members.
We do. So we have 3 staff members that have started since our last podcast. Mm-hmm. Ashley Ferguson is our new pre-nursing allied health teacher. She just started with us about a month ago. We had Tasha Reed and Annie Clark, who are our 2 new TAs. So we have 2 new teachers assistants that just started within the last couple of weeks. They've done a great job of really just kind of jumping in, getting to know the campus, the students, how everything works, and jumping right into the classroom. So I'm really proud of the work they've done so far.
Awesome. And, to them, welcome to the MCTS family. It's great to have you on board. And, anytime you're involved with students and helping out kids, that's why we're here, and that's why we do the good work that we do. We also have some student council information coming out via Instagram. I know Assunpink has started their own Instagram page for their student council. The Sypek Student Council is in the works of doing that as well. So it's just another method of us communicating with our students, our families, to let them know of any upcoming activities, student council initiatives, and so forth.
Yeah, I gotta have to say our student council's done a great job of getting it up and running and getting the word out there. I know they've been working in coordination with Nick Sikowski, the amazing Nick Sikowski, behind the cameras, which you won't see today.
Yep.
But he's done a great job of helping them work on putting this together, figuring out what this is going to look like, and making sure that they get the word out, and that what they're doing is really a part of the MCTS experience. It's not just student council does this, we do this. They're really kind of joining forces with it and doing a great job of getting the word out.
Right, and then we also, to that, we tie in, a lot of involvement with our PTSA, which is growing. And folks, if you're not involved with the PTSA at this point, and you're interested, please feel free to, you can contact myself or Dr. C for information. And it's also on our website as well, information to join the PTSA and find out what they offer our students and staff and our school, and, get involved. We also had a drive for your school fundraiser at Haldeman Ford on Route 130. I believe that was about a month ago, a month ago, early October. And that was just a phenomenal day. I was out there with my little guy. We came for the day. Dr. C was out there as well. We had some students and staff working together, and families come out to for a good cause.
Yeah, it was a beautiful event, and again, great weather. You just couldn't ask for better. But just be able to go out and check out the cars, and also the way that it, because this is my first time doing this, and I wasn't quite sure. Everybody said, you didn't have to worry about all the sales pitches and everything, and it was kind of nice to know that going in, but to actually see you're really there just for that experience of test driving those cars, checking out what's there. No pressure to do anything. And all you have to do is drive a car and raise $20.
Right, absolutely. And it was almost like it was an MCTS day at Haldeman Ford. We had our own side of the car dealership. We had some direction from our friends at Haldeman Ford on how this worked, and it was pretty much let's go, let's drive, let's raise money, and enjoy each other's company for a couple hours on a weekend. So we ended up raising $2,400, which is going to go towards absolutely our CTSO programs, student activities, fundraisers, which will provide opportunities for our students in those areas. But it's definitely a great cause, and we're looking to do it again, I believe, in the spring.
I think so in the spring.
Yeah.
So if you didn't come out last time, I'd definitely come out this time. And if you did and you didn't get to test drive the car you wanted, we'll be there again in the spring. So hopefully we'll see you there.
Right. And for those of you who did get speeding tickets while test driving the cars, you're more than welcome to come back out again in the spring. So we won't hold it against you.
We just won't pay them for you.
Exactly. You got it. But
so you also had a spooky movie fundraiser, right?
We did. We had a spooky movie night on the Monday, the 28th, I believe it was, leading up to the week of during the week of Halloween, leading up to Halloween. We had a spooky movie night. We had about 70, 80 students come out, raise money, and it was just another great time for students to get together. Staff was there as well, raising money for our criminalistics program, and just a great turnout on a Monday night. We tried doing it on a Monday night this year because we really wanted to get a lot of student involvement. We can't really compete with Friday night football, so we went with the Monday, and it was a great turnout. So thanks to staff and students for participating and hosting another night for our families and friends to get together.
Well, and speaking of hosting, for those of you that are current students, that you probably have noticed that we have some guest visitors coming through, and we've had quite a few lately coming to check out our programs. I'm sure you have as well. And so, if you happen to see those visitors, they're here to check out and see what we're doing. So we hope that if you see one in your classroom, that you'll welcome them with open arms. Let them know what the programs that you're on are really about. Because it's important to be able to share the word about what we do, and we know you're just not going to really experience what a classroom is like here at MCTS until you actually come.
Right, and you all were there at one point. So as current students, if you see prospective students coming to campus for a tour, welcome them. Answer some questions if they have any. Be a wizard and let them know what MCTS is all about.
So one more piece of good news I wanted to share too is we have this year we have a National Merit Scholar commended student.
Oh, very good.
And it's Kanisha Pilla, senior HSA, and with the National Merit Scholars, been learning this the last couple of years that they're commended because of their scores on the PSAT, and she, because of how high her score was, she reached commended status. So some students get to go on to become semifinalists and then eventually become National Merit Scholars. But she, because of her scores, earned that commendation, and we're very proud of her.
That's awesome. Congratulations to Kenesha, and that's great for the Health Sciences Academy and your campus, Dr. C. In addition to that, we do have a lot of awards that are available to students throughout the school year. A good person, good folks to check in with regarding any of the awards are myself, Dr. C, and then also our school counselors as well. A lot of opportunities and a lot of awards and recognitions and scholarships are out there for our students. So please take advantage of that. And as they do come up, we communicate with each other, and we spread the word to our students as well. So we'll keep doing that and keep going from there. So, Dr. C, we had something special at your campus yesterday.
Yes, we had the National Apprenticeship Week celebration, and so we had businesses, organizations, unions from all throughout the area that came. We even, I think, had the Secretary of the Department of Labor come and join us as well for a keynote speech, and so we had quite a few individuals for our students to be able to meet. We were welcome to guests with open arms. I have to hand it to George Gent, our work-based learning coordinator, did a fantastic job putting that together, making sure that we had our campus ready, inviting for everybody. But I have to say, one of the things that when I talked with those visitors that they really enjoyed was the fact that our students didn't just show up. They came ready to learn, ready to ask questions, ready to find out really, what their organization, what their business, what the union was all about. Because as they're finding, it's not just about, joining a carpenter's union and being a carpenter. There's opportunities regardless of, where your background is or what program you're in now, in all sorts of different organizations. So, in fact, I just learned a couple weeks ago that the carpenters have millwrights, and they focus mostly on welding. I had no idea. So when we're thinking about all the different opportunities that are there, it's a great opportunity for students to go learn about those opportunities, check in with opportunities for apprenticeships, learn what apprenticeships were about, and ask a lot of questions. And for our seniors, hopefully making a good positive connection for that apprenticeship or that future job.
And that's really what it all takes, out in the workforce and then also in school, making that initial connection with teachers, with business partners, that really sets the tone for relationship building and, being a part of it. And that's what we want all of our students to be. So that's awesome. And I know that's going to continue every year. And we also have, we're here. It's November 22nd, 2024. And tonight we have our first annual Homecoming Your Way event.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think it's sequins and
Sneakers.
I was going to say sparkles. That didn't make sense. Sequins and sneakers. And so whether you want to dress up, whether you want to dress down, by the time you're watching this, of course, homecoming will be done. So if you didn't go, sorry, you missed out. We were there. We had fun. But for those of you, but for those of you that did show up, that did come, hopefully you had a great time. We'll have some pictures. We'll share that out on social media later on, and possibly bring that up next podcast as well.
Absolutely. This is just the start. So hopefully tonight is a good time. And, it's student-led, it's student-requested, and we're making it happen. So
I will make sure not to get on the dance floor because I don't want to scare anybody away.
Right. And me as well because I have plantar fasciitis. So, just get it. That's a joke.
Well, you know what happens when I line dance?
I do not. I haven't seen it yet.
Dominoes.
I like it.
Well, that's because you're not actually the domino. So, if you fell down, different story.
Well, I'll sit on the other side of the room tonight. So, no, all good. But that should be a fun night for our students. So, we also have another PTSA event coming up, a Dine and Dash at Texas Roadhouse on Thursday, November 21st. So, please, go out to Texas Roadhouse for a good meal with the family or some friends. And a certain percentage, I believe 10%, it goes to our PTSA. Right. So that's definitely for a good cause. And I believe it's the one in Hamilton off Route 33.
Yes.
So go there, have some good rolls with the cinnamon butter, crack a few peanuts, and, enjoy a big, thick steak. So, and it'll be a good time for all.
Considering it's lunchtime, you're making me hungry. That's not a good sign.
I know. And, steak is good. It's the holidays, so. But we also have on December 7th coming up, we have Winter Wonder Fest here at the Sypek campus. It's a fundraiser for our culinary arts, our horticulture and turf care management, and our graphic design programs. So information for this has been sent out via school messenger to all of our families. It's posted on the website, and then it's also posted here around our campuses for students to know. But it's December 7th from 8:30 to 12. You can come out, have a great meal. It's a all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, a wreath and poinsettia fundraiser sale for horticulture and turf care management, and then also cookbook and ornament designs that our graphic design program has made, all for sale. And it's open to our families, of course, our public. $12 per person. $8 for students, and I think children, I was going to say students 3 and under, but maybe future students 3 and under, but folks, kids 3 and under are free, so should be a great time.
Yeah, we hope that we'll see you there. I'm looking forward to it because that'll be my first one, and I've been fortunate to sample some of the wares that have come through the culinary department this year, and I have to say, if you've not tried anything that's come out of that kitchen, it's amazing stuff that comes out. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Same here. We've also kept up with our Students of the Month, awarding our Students of the Month and recognizing them. Dr. C, you want to talk about your Student of the Month reception?
Yeah, so we just started our Student of the Month celebration in October. So we were a little behind, but we wanted to take the opportunity to start recognizing everybody. We're doing it both the morning and the afternoon, trying to recognize students from every program as well as our HSA. We do refreshments for both the morning and the afternoon, just to kind of give the opportunity for us to be able to take a break from what we're doing, enjoy being celebrated. And recognize those that really have shown what it means to be a wizard. We're also in the process of starting another program up. It used to be called Kacha Caring, which is transitioning into what we call Wizard Wednesdays. So information on that's coming out soon, but we'll also be recognizing those students every month as well.
Awesome. And I know we have a grand plan, which we will get off the ground at some point for both Assunpink students and Sypek, Assunpink campus students and Sypek campus students to get together to be recognized, to have a small little get-together banquet, if you will. Logistically, we just have to keep at it, but we will get there, folks. Dr. C and I work very hard at making things happen for our kids. But we do the same here at Sypek with Student of the Month. It's really a prestigious award, folks, and congrats to all of our Students of the Month so far. You guys absolutely earn it, and thank you to our teachers for nominating and recognizing the good work that our students are doing every day. We also have at Wizard Wednesdays. It's funny you mentioned that as well. We have a positive behavior committee here at Sypek, and with some teachers and our assistant principal, Ms. Conrad, is steering that, and we have some cool ideas as well. So we're always thinking, we're always taking new ideas, so feel free to request some new ideas.
Absolutely.
And, we're just, we're making it happen, which is awesome. So, Dr. C, do you have anything else going on for the month of November leading up to our break?
Not November, but right when we come back from break, we have Deck the Halls. So this is a tradition at Assunpink where each of our HSA classes gets a hallway to decorate, and then we judge them at the end of the week. So I saw the designs from last year, and now I've seen some cool bulletin boards, but I have to say the ones I saw that have been done in the past have really impressive. So I'm looking to see, can you keep that up this year? Hopefully we'll get some great designs, great bulletin boards as well. But we're looking forward to Deck the Halls, as well as starting at some of our Christmas and winter activities.
Nice. That's awesome. We have anytime you can have an activity, I think, where it's you're battling the different grade levels and make it competitive. We're all competitive here, I think is really good. We're doing not before the holidays, but we'll probably pick up with Penny Wars next year as we continue the school year, which is a battle between our shared time programs and then within each of our academies. All good. Student Council is probably working on that, and more news to come. But we also here at Sypek, we have a food drive leading up to the holidays. So we're collecting food for Arm in Arm and products, and to donate to those families in need, which, you want to make sure everyone in our community and out of our community has a good holiday season, and, everyone deserves that. So we're doing our part, and we're working as a school to make that happen for them.
We're wrapping up our drive right now. Our drive is geared towards Rise and Hightstown. So I know it's food, clothing, and other items, so we can be able to share that out once again. I think that's wrapping up on the 25th, 26th, sometime early next week. So if you haven't had the chance to be able to bring in your items for Rise Hightstown, we hope that you'll bring them in soon.
Cool. That is awesome. So I think, we've come to the point where it looks like we're closing for this podcast, and in the spirit of the season of giving, and with Thanksgiving coming up next week, I know we both wanted to share some gratitude and what we're grateful for and what we're thankful for. And of course, I'm thankful for my family and my 4 kids and my wonderful wife Devin, and they're there every day, and we're just a great family together, and enjoy spending that time when we're outside of school here. But then there's also when we're in school here, and we have our MCTS family. So I'm also very thankful to all of our teachers and staff, and our students for being you, and keep being you, and we'll keep having a great school year. So
I've got to say I'm thankful for my family as well. Like, this has been a transition for me to take a new job. It's a little farther away from home, not too bad, but it's the dynamics of having to make that change meant we've had to shift some things around and kind of learn how to work differently. I'm used to being 15 minutes from home, so I could always pop home, take care of something. So I can't do that now. But I'm thankful that our family's been able to manage and make that work. And I have only one child, but I do have two barking ones. So thankful for them as well, even the one that barks at me all the time. But it's very thankful for having a family to go home to that you can support and that supports you. And we make a small team, but we make a great team. But it's also been great to be here, part of the MCTS family as well. Whether it's working with our fellow administrators, with our teachers, with our students, with our parents, the PTSA, the school community. Everybody's been great and welcoming in my first year, helping me to get acquainted with the school and understand how things work, being patient as I navigate the changes of being in a new place. So, I'm thankful to be here and to have met everybody here.
Awesome.
And of course, Jared, to work with you.
And Dr. C, of course, to work with you as well. So I'm very thankful for you, Phil. And it's been a pleasure working with you, and we'll keep building this thing and doing what we need to do to help kids. So that's what we do.
Yep. Now, coming up on the next podcast, we'll have feature our teachers and educational support professionals of the year. Mm-hmm. So we're in the nominating process right now. For those of you that have nominated an individual for the teacher or the ESP of the year, we really thank you for your nominations, because it means a lot to actually see the words and the acknowledgement of our staff members. Now, I was a teacher of the year before, way back, I want to say maybe 2008-ish or so. And at the time, basically, it was staff members voting 3 candidates. And so there wasn't anything behind it. And I appreciated the honor. But, it was like a ranked choice type of vote. And so the process now involves actually, hearing out why a person is really meant to be a teacher of the year or an ESP of the year. And to see the nominations and to see what people have said. It always warms my heart at this time of year, especially as we, get into the heart of the school year. Sometimes when you have those tiring or those frustrated days, to actually hear those words and know that the teachers in our buildings are making a difference, it really, really just warms the soul. So, again, thank you for those nominations, for those of you that have. But we're going to feature that on our next podcast.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time, and, give recognition to those who have earned it, and I couldn't agree more. It's great that our colleagues have taken out time to nominate their colleagues and share some good thoughts. So with that being said, I believe, Dr. C,
we're going to get back to what happens here, right?
And magic happens here. That's know right. It. So.
All right. So thank you all for tuning in to this podcast. We look forward to seeing you next time around.
You got it.